It's funny, this life we live.
Yeah.
It is.
It's a rich ride.
Most of the time.
Yeah, as long as you make it a good way.
Yeah.
You know?
Most people don't understand. You gotta live for love, bro.
Yeah.
That's the way to be. That gives you what you need.
You gotta embody love.
All day.
Yeah.
You have to be it instead of just saying it.
Right.
Most people just say it.
Exactly. It's a matter of doing, being.
Yes.
Really. Yeah.
It's a state of being.
Yeah.
Most people don't get that. They just stay in what they believe is practical.
Yeah.
It's just funny. How do you feel about God?
I only feel one way about him. I love God.
Why?
Because he's there. He loves us. And because as long as we love him, we can foster love and make it prove that it's a state of being.
Right.
In a sense, yeah.
It's like
And,
developing a relationship with God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because we were made in his likeness, so
And in
it would work
image.
similarly, you know?
Yeah, all
Yeah.
day. Yeah, a bonding
Yeah.
with yourself and
Like a symbiotic kind of bonding.
all day.
You know what I mean?
Definitely a symbiotic
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of relationship.
That's important.
Absolutely.
It's reciprocation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to happen. Everything in life exchanges energy
Yeah, man.
with every interaction. So yes.
So that way it gets bounced out.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is the most important part.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
without balance in everything, you're gonna fail.
Exactly.
That's sad. Most people don't understand that.
Man, yeah.
That's sad, bro.
They get way off course. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a question for you.
What's up?
If creating a bond with God gives you the ultimate form of love
Yeah.
and energy and motivation to move and be
Mm-hmm.
and live with kindness and compassion,
Yeah.
then what would be your only choice with the moment? What would you do with every moment that you have now that you know that? How does that change how you be?
It makes you live the moment rather than just be in it.
Right.
You want to basically, be the moment, basically.
Yeah,
You know.
I get that.
Yeah.
How do you do that though?
Through everything you mentioned, just fostering these qualities and just, it's kind of tricky because like you kind of have to like attain to some degree that mindset where you actually are aware, but also like to some extent actually interested in practically applying it. But some people, they get, it's like a spectrum, you know. Some people get a little closer than others towards it,
Right.
and so it's like they know it, but it's kind of like what the Bible says about how, you know, we will to do good. Like as much as we want to do good deep down inside, as we were inherently made to do, you know, in God's light, we what was I saying? We hold on a second. Hold on, let me backpedal real quick. Yeah. Since we're made in that likeness, that loving divine likeness, that's technically where we're supposed to be, but we get knocked off balance.
Why? What knocks us off balance?
Man, that's a good question, man.
Right?
Yeah. Like,
what knocks us
well,
off? What
sin,
takes us out?
for one.
Well, what do you classify as sin?
Well, really, like sin, it's anything that disconnects you from God,
Wow.
that gets in between you and God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Give me examples, practical examples.
So the commandments are a good place to look because, like, it's just basically it just spells out just the basic things that any society would want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't kill, don't lie, don't cheat. Don't be a
Right.
piece of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
pretty much.
yeah.
Just be a
Anybody
good
could agree on
human
that.
being, right?
And like a lot of people, I think most of the planet would agree, right? Like you have to be either like a lying psychopath or some shit to, you know, to disagree with that shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah.
Which is horrible because
Yeah.
a lot of people are that way.
Man,
It's just
ain't
sad,
playing my
right?
ass. Fuck that. Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I'm not with it.
Yeah. It's
At
crazy
all.
shit, huh?
Yeah.
Satanic black magic.
It's just some shit that
Sick
requires
shit.
you to be other than who you are, which I don't like. And that's sad. But how do you heal that?
Oh, what are you talking about?
Like how society is.
Oh yeah, like the images that they put on
Yeah,
and shit.
like
And
they try to be other than who they are, which is sad.
it's vain, you know.
It's very
I always
vain.
always felt that sadness as a kid, like as I watched other people.
Yeah,
I was like, man, there's something about these people, man.
Right. like I ain't designed the way they are.
That's
I'm
why I
trying
never
to
dressed
figure
for
out why.
Halloween.
Yeah,
I never
me
wore a
neither.
Halloween costume, not once.
Oh, I think I did. Once
Yeah.
or twice.
I thought that shit was just mad, just stupid and gaudy. Like,
Yeah,
even as a kid, like what the fuck? Something's
it was
up here.
fun though.
No, I can see, I can appreciate it now, like in all
Yeah.
ways.
I mean, I would never do it again though, ever, because not just because of what Halloween is, but what it represents too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's no wonder I always felt it was stupid.
Right?
Yeah,
Because it's evil.
yeah. People watch horror movies and shit. I hate that
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, I can't stand horror.
No, I can't stomach that shit. No,
No, my emotions are too sensitive.
it's like a people masochists. Like what the fuck? It's like they don't even know it.
No, but it's programming.
Yeah,
It's what happens.
that's a trip, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
That is sad.
That's very sad.
Far. It's a bit of a predicament we got. Yeah.
So here's my question:
What's
how
up?
do you fix it? How do you change it?
To the very things that we talked about just now.
Okay,
Yeah.
through example of those things
Exemplifying and embodying love.
all day.
Yeah.
But you have to show people how to do that because a
Right.
lot of people don't know.
Yeah, because again, it's about balance, and so you need boundaries and then no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? With certain
Right.
people.
Like a
Yeah.
balance between the two.
Yeah, yeah. It's got to be equal reciprocation, unconditional.
Right. That's what I was going to say too. No conditions.
Yeah, yeah.
Because conditions cause limitations, and that's not real love.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're crippling love.
All day.
Yeah.
You're making it so you can't even use it properly.
Turning it into a fucking quadriplegic. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
why are you doing that? Most people do that though. Not even understanding the very thing that you're trying to accomplish and be, you're hindering with the very things that you want.
Yeah, ain't that something? Yeah.
That's sad.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. The thinking
Might as well
that
put a gun in your
comes
head. Like, what the
Right.
fuck? Like,
But
for real.
no, not really, because there are ways to get around all that.
No, of
Ways
course,
to
yeah.
heal it.
Oh, no, yeah, yeah.
I try to look at it from that perspective.
That should be a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you heal it?
Mm,
How do you heal people who've been through decades of trauma
man, that's tough.
and that's been their everyday life?
Faith
Faith in what?
in
'Cause
God.
most people don't know
Faith in God.
all day.
Yeah.
How do you begin that?
Question. It's like, yeah, it's like what I was talking about earlier, how like you still got to make that first big step
Right.
to gain the perspective in the first place. You know what I mean?
And what's that big step?
A big step is just kind of realizing that God is everything,
Hmm.
and that He's a higher power that you have to also serve,
Right.
and not just serve, yourself, or like serve Him, but just for your sake, to be holy or whatever,
Right.
for His sake and His sake only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With no personal attachment to it or sense
Right.
of trying to gain anything.
yeah,
Just being who you are.
Yeah,
You're
man.
designed to be to glorify God.
exactly.
Most people don't see that.
Yeah,
That's sad. But you're right. That's the start. It gives you gratitude, makes you vibe higher.
Yeah, 100%.
Then that makes you want to love more.
Yeah,
Best feeling ever.
it really is. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's liberating.
it is. Very, very liberating. But it only comes through a lot of crying.
Mhm.
It definitely comes through a wall of crying.
Yeah,
Wall of tears. And it's true what they say, tears do heal you.
it's like tears of revelation.
Yeah.
That's what I call them.
Release, revelation, a whole bunch.
Just joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. It's like a cleansing of the spirit.
Yeah, man.
Huh. So is that what they mean by renewing your mind?
Pretty much.
Hmm.
It's a new vessel. It's technically pure, like it's empty, but it's waiting to be filled again.
Right.
That's the next step you got to take. Like you empty it first,
Right.
but then you got to fill it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not
So
that
what
easy.
do you fill it with?
You got to fill it with love.
How How does a person who's never genuinely felt love, the type that we're talking about,
Yeah, like a
How do they
narcissistic,
see-
pathological type.
right?
Yeah.
Like, how does a person feel that?
Fuck, man.
Genuine love. How do they get to that if they've never felt it?
Well, first off, let's just like knock off the cases where like it's not really curable.
Right.
It's just a pathology. So fuck
Yeah,
that.
Whoa.
There's a good number of them, you know.
Right.
So to make things easier, let's get rid of them first. Yeah, lob them off the graphs, and
Oh
then the
my
rest,
goodness.
the ones who we can kind of, yeah. Yeah, now we got to do the work here.
It's gonna be a
Fuck.
lot of work, buddy.
Shit.
Yeah. That's a whole bunch of work right there.
Yeah, I can't even start yet. I don't know, man.
I think the best way is just to reach as many as you can to tell them the same thing
Yeah,
over and over until they get it. In a multitude of different ways, though.
yeah.
Definitely.
It's so funny how like it's the same principles, but people have such different ways of wording them that
Right?
like there's some loss of translation between cultures and shit.
It is.
Yeah.
It
And they
is.
end up fucking fighting each other.
Yeah,
Or some
for
dumb
no
shit.
reason.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing, though. They're saying the exact same thing.
Right.
Over and over and over to each other.
Yeah. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
They just want it on their terms though. That's the problem. Yeah.
They're